Hoorah! We about to get into the sexology of Christmas. It's gonna be a little different. You haven't heard this before, but you'll never forget it. I'm Dr. Minister Vermont Prince for the Om Institute, Church of Christ Consciousness for Worldwide Hope. Say our most sacred mantra is all about the supreme holiness of the female, rooted in the sacred truth of her sexuality. She holy. Jump right into this. First and foremost, you have the Christmas tree, which is a phallus symbol, a symbol of the penis, the male organ, sex organ. At the bottom of the tree, you have presents. Those represent the sperms. At the top of the tree, you usually have the star. That represents the ejaculation process, the explosion that takes place at the point of ejaculation simultaneously with orgasm. Then you have the stocking. The stocking is also a phallus symbol, a penis symbol. And it's stuffed full of gifts, candy, whatever it is. Those represents, again, sperm. Sometimes, if you're naughty, you'll get a stocking full of coal. That represents sterilization. Whereas the other gifts and good stuff represents fertility, healthy sperms. Okay, then you have the Santa Claus, who rides in a sleigh. Sleigh is a long line. It's a sleigh pulled by a line of reindeers. That's a phallus symbol, a penis symbol. Santa Claus is in the back with the gifts. Those, again, are the sperms at the back in the testes area. Then, at the tip of the sled is Rudolph with the red nose that's glowing. Again, glowing like the star on top of the tree that's usually glowing. That represents the point of ejaculation simultaneously, or orgasm, enlightenment. There's something very divine that happens at the point of ejaculation when it's combined with orgasm. Then you have the snowman, who has usually, by tradition, 2 round eyes, buttons, and a carrot nose. The round eyes or the buttons are womb symbols, vagina symbols, vulvas, whereas the carrot is a phallus, penis symbol. The buttons are the womb or the female. The carrot is the phallus or the male. Then, also, besides the fact that the snowman is usually rounded off into 3, a round part, a middle part, and a bottom, middle, and head. That is also the way that a Tachiyon molecule looks. A Tachiyon molecule is what we experience. It's our sexual life force. When we have sex, it is not just an idea. It's an actual thing. What we call sexual energy, it's a actual molecule. It's very hard to detect because it's so microtime infinitesimal that it's like this equipment we have now can't really detect it. We've recently come across Tachions that's about the size of it. Tachyon, not Tachiyon, but Tachyon molecule. That's getting closer, but we still have far to go. But it's shaped like that, with that threefold state like that. The milk and cookies usually left out for Santa. That's the most basic treat that's always left for Santa. The cookies is a symbol of the female vagina, the vulva. And a lot of people even refer to the vagina as a cookie. The milk refers to sperm or semen that's going to be put on the vagina so that it can do its magic thing that it does with the sperm. Now, People have said there's Santa, Santa. If you take the N and put it at the end, it's Satan. Yes, that's true. And if Satan is Saturn, yes, it is. All of that is true. They say that it's a satanic holiday. Clause mean a contract. So Satan's contract. Yes, it's all that's true. But it wasn't originally that way. Originally, what happened was certain times of the year, our energy is on super high naturally. And if we use it, we can manifest all kinds of things. Just like with the earth. When you plant, there's a time to plant, there's a reap, there's a sowing time, so forth and so on. With the elite, the EOS, these elite, powerful people who secretly, covertly run the world, they came to realize this and they keep this knowledge from us. They've hidden it for so many thousands of years. And what they did was they created holidays around those times of the year for you to celebrate the holiday. And they put those symbols in front of you so that your subconscious mind can pick up on those symbols and you could become even more hypersexual than you normally would be. You're already going to be on high because of the time of the year. And it's just the program we're in that makes us this way. But they want to enhance it. So that's why they do that. And what you don't use, you lose. It sits there unused. The powerful force that can manifest anything we want in our lives is sitting there just unused. We all, humanity as a whole, produce this at these times of the year. And it just sits there because we're not using it. But what they do is they teach us to focus on the holidays in the sense of they tell us to focus on the joy of family, the joy of celebrating, the joy of gifts, the joy of giving, the joy of receiving. Those are not the things that you should be focused on that time of the year. It is giving and receiving, but it's in sexuality. So what they do is they teach you to focus on something different while they secretly focus on the sexology. See, whatever you focus on is, if you give off sexual energy and you don't focus it on something, it gets unused. So you focus on something that's not there, an illusion, and they focus on the truth, which is sexuality. And what they do is they steal humanity's sexual energy during that time. That's your life force. That's what keeps you alive, your sexual energy. And it's what manifests your magnetism. It what draws things to you. So what they do is they get you to focus on other things while they focus on your sexual energy, and they cipher all of our energy into a pool and use it to make themselves even more powerful by using our energy to manifest themselves as lords and gods and rulers over us. So now that you know this, they can't do it to you anymore. Only thing you have to do is when you look at the Christmas tree and the snowman and the milk and cookies and the sleigh and the Santa and all those different things, you need to know that those are sexual symbols. And what you should be thinking about during this time is sexuality. Embrace your sexuality. Be sexually active if you are in that position to do that. If you're of age and you're the person in the right mind and state and situation, if not, be sexually active with yourself. Masturbate. Use that energy or just think hypersexually. Think about sex a lot. Also, I didn't tell you, Santa Claus with the sled. Santa Claus, they land on the roof. The house itself is a vagina symbol, a velvet symbol. And then they go down the chimney. That's the canal, the opening. And they drop off the presents, which are the sperm. They go into the vagina with the penis and leave the sperm there. It's all sexual. So that's how you defeat them from using it as a satanic holiday against you. They can only take your energy because you're not using it. As you think about it and you know the truth, and when you look at the tree, you see it for what it is now. And when you look at the cookies and the milk and the snowman and all these other things, now you get to use your own energy and you can start thinking. Because see what it is, they tell you to go out and buy presents and give them away. They don't want you to know that you can just manifest stuff to people. You can manifest real things. All right, that's another sermon for Naked Church. Jesus Christ was the woman who came to teach Itakwa, which is the royal path to the throne, or the 1080 love frequency. Basically, it's how to use your sexuality in order to reach 1080 frequency love. Also, Jesus Christ she taught sex as the gateway to God, Onchigaga, and EYS, embrace your sexuality because it is the gateway to God. I'm not your average priest. It's not your grandma's religion. I might not like you, but I love you. Rahu.